artificial intelligence in advertising. Today, my guest is CEO of UBEX IL, if I am said correct, Artem Chesnov. Artem, welcome.
Thank you very much for inviting to your channel. And I'm pleased to welcome you from Seoul, where we are continuing our roadshow today. And we had a good number of events here in the probably in the capital of crypto world, of the current crypto world.
What's the temperature right now in the crypto world?
So it's quite hot. It's around 32 degrees Celsius. It was today 32 degrees Celsius because right now it's 2 o'clock at night.
Okay.
So the city is sleeping now.
Okay, the ICO projects never stop, never sleep. Yeah. Okay. Let's talking about your project. Let's discover your project for or our community, for people who just want to invest in your project, who want to learn more about your project. And first of all, I want to know about UBEX. What this project is about, and what's the main idea behind of this project?
Yes. So as you correctly said, we are doing artificial intelligence in advertisement. Actually, what we do, we combine three things. First, we have the neural networks that make the analysis of the consumer behavioral data online in order to make the proper targeting, very high quality targeting, to show only what people really want to see and what they have the high chance of purchase or other action. Then second, we are having the pay-per-result system, which means that advertisers pay only when there is some results, expected results for them, either purchase or filling in questionnaire or whatever else. And we connect these two worlds of targeting and of pay-per-result by the smart contracts. So we use blockchain to ensure that all this is really happening and that all these contracts are really executed, and that really only when there is a result, then there is a payment. Yes, because there is a lot of fraud on the market. Yes, can you imagine how much fraud is there?
How many?
What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I just curious. You probably did research, and I have my own numbers, but what do you think?
Try to guess.
Well, I kind of believe more than 80%, something like
80?
that.
80? No, yeah. It's too much. Actually, the international research shows that there is around 40-45% fraud on the market.
Okay, let's
so if
help.
you just manage to avoid this 40% fraud, then it's already saving for the advertiser of 40% and for the publisher as well, because there is fraud on both sides.
All right. I see. Tell me more about it. Like, what does it mean frauds on both sides?
Yeah. So there are basically two types of fraud. Number one is when a publisher makes a wrong number of shows of ads or under-delivers to what the advertiser wants. The publisher is the owner of the website, just the one who shows the advertisements.
All right.
At the same time, the advertiser can also fraud the publisher. It's called shading. How it happens, for example, they promise to pay for a number of results. Let's say for a sale of 100, I don't know what, air conditions, yes, that are shown on publisher's website.
All right.
And they communicate to their publisher that they sold only 50 air cons, not 100. And publisher doesn't really have the tools to check. It's really built on trust. Yes, if he trusts advertiser, yes, then it's fine. But he cannot really check. So we introduce here the smart contracts to trace the actions that were involved, and so that the payment is done automatically. Yes. Plus, the advertiser sometimes just doesn't pay on time. The big guys like Coca-Cola or InBev, where I worked, like to do it. Yes. Sometimes they pay 2 months later, 3 months later, 4 months later, and publishers have to accept it. In the world when we have smart contracts, we avoid this. They have to pay on time, otherwise their reputation is damaged. And if their reputation is damaged, they will have not as good rates in the future. And reputation, we also have the reputation system. Reputation is stored on blockchain. So we do not influence reputation. And even if someone pays us, tells they want to pay us to increase their reputation, to get better rates for them in the future. It's impossible. It's completely independent, blockchain-based reputation system. So we have smart contracts and reputation system to avoid most of the fraud. Not 100% for sure, but close to 100% of fraud that exists there.
Huh. That's really, really, really interesting. Okay, that's really interesting to know. Also, are you unique on your field, or maybe you have or maybe you have some you know about another one projects who devoted kind of the same kind of issue or something like that?
Yeah, certainly there is a whole number of marketing projects and ad tech projects that are dealing with it. Plus there is Google, plus there is Facebook that are developing their own systems, but they are all playing in a slightly different fields. We are the only ones who are combining artificial intelligence, cost per paper result system, and blockchain. All other projects make just one of this, and generally they make just the payment systems. Yes, or pay-per-click system. Yes,
right.
There is no other project that has all three elements combined. But when you really make that cocktail, that's a completely different story, because without blockchain, the first two will not work together. Yes, so you can never make pay-per-result without the blockchain system, meaning that it all falls apart otherwise. And we are the only ones who really united all these three systems. Plus, what makes us really different, neural networks, network is a learning mechanism. So it starts from small amount of data, and it eats data, eats. The more data it has, the smarter it becomes. The smarter are the solutions, the better is the targeting, the better is the conversion rate. And as we are the first ones here, and we are already giving information to our neural network, we have all the chances to gain much faster speed in terms of the quality of the analysis by the neural network. So it would be quite tough for the other companies to run behind. When you gain speed, it's tough to be the second one.
Well, basically, you answer for my question next way. You say you are unique, but you have some companies who devoted kind of the same issue, but you're still unique because you are just combine all things together. That's interesting. All right, if you go in right now in your website, www.ubex.com, we will see 18% bonus sales and 2 days and 20 hours left. Tell me more about what's the bonus about, and tell me about your tokens and your sales.
Yeah, so we have actually announced the project in end of February, and we started the roadshow end of February. But the main token sale, the public token sale, has started a bit more than 1 week ago, on May 21. So the last week we had a maximum bonus. It was 20% for the ones who invested last week. This week is a bit lower. It's 18%, and it will last till Monday. On Monday it will go down again, and then in 1 week it will go down again and again. So my recommendation is to hurry up in order to have a higher level of bonus that is available right now. In the first days after the start of the ICO, we have already closed the soft cap. And right now you can see how much we raised to the moment. Last time when I checked it, it was 8,500 Ether. You can just go yourself and check how much exactly is it now. I have not checked for the last 2 days, to be frank. So I'm sure that it's higher than that number. So it means that we already raised a higher number than 95% of the existing projects, of all the existing projects. And also that's definitely related to a strong team, a strong advisory team, and to the fact that we already have an alpha version of the product. It's also available when you go through the website.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, if you see us right now, hurry up and go and buy these tokens because it's really good investment opportunities, and it's true. I can prove it easily. Just 2 seconds from now, we're gonna watch the video about UBEX and about how it's happened in real world because it's pretty clear infographic and it's pretty clear 3-minute videos, so everybody can understand. It's much easier if you're more visual person instead instead you trust your ears. So
Just one thing, Kirill. I just wanted to make one clarification on the things that you said just now. We are selling tokens that will be used by their ecosystem participants, by advertisers and publishers. Yes,
okay,
so they need it. We are not attracting investments. Yes, we are selling tokens that will be used by the ecosystem members. That's a big difference from the legal point of view. Yeah.
So it means people have to use it.
Yes, they have to use it.
Okay, let's take a quick look in your video and we'll back shortly.
Of the internet, such as web pages, social networks, or email, we often get annoyed by unwanted ads, banners, videos, pop-ups. All of it is trying to attract our attention to goods and services that more often than not we either don't need at all or don't need at that time. The UBEX ad exchange, through the use of artificial intelligence and blockchain technology, changes this game. Instead of annoying ads, we now only receive information that is relevant, useful, and timely. Here's how it works. Within a split second of a user accessing a publisher's website, neural networks do the following: collect maximum information about both the site and the user, analyzing their current interests and needs. Gather a list of ads that would appeal to the user the most, and ultimately select the one that is the most relevant and financially beneficial. Determine the best format and the most appropriate placement for the ad on the website based on the strategy of maximizing results. Users now much more eagerly respond to advertisements, which leads to an increased number of purchases. This is how UBEX makes life easier not only for the users of the internet, but also for advertisers and publishers. Advertisers no longer need to hire marketing experts or waste money on testing different advertising channels, which may prove to be ineffective. Neural networks automatically weed them out, selecting only the most optimal distribution of ad content among suitable websites. Publishers no longer need to worry about filling ad slots or low ad returns. This burden is taken over by the artificial intelligence. Every slot is filled with the most relevant advertising content at any given moment in time. This results in higher earnings for publishers. UBEX operates in a distributed, decentralized environment based on the blockchain technology. This ensures transparency of operations for all participants. Blockchain stores all necessary data for the artificial intelligence learning, as well as information on the publisher's sites, ad content, offers, history of the participants, and their reputation. As our participants' reputation grows, their earnings grow as well. Advertisers with a good reputation will have their ads displayed more often and on better terms. Plus, they'll be trusted to use the performance-based compensation and only pay, for example, for actual requests from potential customers or only for concluded sales. If a publisher has a good reputation, their ad slots will be filled with the most profitable ads. On top of that, they will be able to productively tokenize their websites by receiving UBEX tokens in advance for future periods. Smart contracts and UBEX internal tokens will keep the middlemen and their fees out of the equation. Ultimately, advertisers reduce expenses associated with selling goods and services, and as a result, gain an opportunity to lower their prices. Within the UBEX ecosystem, ads are relevant for users, effective for advertisers, and profitable for publishers.
Okay, this kind of video and this information, I believe it's pretty clear. And ladies and gentlemen, if you have any kind of questions and you want to ask this question, you can do it online right now. Ask your question in our YouTube channel or wherever you watch this video. And also you can ask direct question to our team, or if you want it, you can ask Artyom, and Artyom, I'm pretty sure, give you whole information about his project. So let's come back, and just before we start talking about history of your project, I want to know more about regulation. I know you based in Switzerland, which is important because Switzerland is pretty clear about ICO projects. And I want to know about token system. What kind of token you have? Utility or security tokens?
Yes, you're absolutely right. We're based in Switzerland, in the city of Zug, in Crypto Valley. So we are enjoying all the ecosystem of Crypto Valley and also great regulation that Switzerland has. Actually, it's great for the future, but it's quite strict. Means that it's not that easy to be in line with regulations. They're checking a lot of various parameters, and we had quite hard time with our lawyers, with MME, legal, to really comply to everything. So we had to box the project very, very clearly, which is also good for investors because they know what to expect from a Swiss project. It's much lower risk for them, for our contributors. Yes, it's much lower risk for the contributors today.
In comparison with projects, yes.
Yeah. So about the token, we have by the Swiss classification of FINMA, we have a payment token. So this is not a security token, not a utility token, but a payment token, which is slightly different from both of them. And what's important, it's quite close to utility token, and it doesn't require any additional regulation like equity token or security token. Yeah, so it's quite safe for contributors to own the type of payment token. It's quite similar to Ethereum or Bitcoin, which are also the payment tokens.
All right, that's great. And I remember before we were talking about the soft cap. You already did your soft cap in one day. Am I right?
Yes, the very first day we already have reached the soft cap. So the project will go on independently on the rest of the token sale.
That's amazing. What about your hard cap? How much money you want to raise?
Yes, so the hard cap is 24,000 Ether, 24,000. So we are right now at around 30, a bit above 30% of the total raise. We don't want to go for, never wanted to go for higher hard cap, mainly because we don't really need the rest of the funds. Yes, we really need this amount in order to implement the project and get all the data and the team running.
That's amazing. That's crystal clear. So tell me about the history of your project, how you got this idea, how you decided to develop particularly this topic.
So the history is long because, to be frank with you, the need for this kind of solution existed always. I mean, there were always problems with ads and with the budgets. Myself, I have been marketing director of AB InBev, which is one of the largest advertisers in the world. Yes, if not the largest, I believe it's the second largest today. And I was managing quite big budgets of over $100 million per year. And we knew that half of that is wasted, either on inefficient ads or on inefficient publishers. Yes. But later, blockchain story started with smart contracts, which started to optimize everything. And some period ago, we met with a number of technical guys who had a solution for it. They called it Atom Core. If you go to our white paper and if you go to our website, you will see the Atom Core. So we just decided to unite with these guys to take their great idea of Atom Core, integrate it into our solution, and allow a neural network to process all the optimizations. Yeah, so that's really a combination of ideas of several persons in order to make it work. There is no one person standing behind.
Wow, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. That's a lot of work. Tell me about your team. How big is your team? Because you're talking about it's not just idea by one person. I'm pretty sure many people who create this idea and have this idea became part of your team. In a couple of words.
Yeah. So I can tell about key members. So we have now about 30 persons in the team, including a development team. Our CTO is based in London, and Dan is quite experienced in the, data science. You can see his profile online and on LinkedIn. He has been developing solutions for AI for several years right now, and actually that's his idea about the Adam Core. Then we have our COO, Andrew Rippon, who is a very experienced person. He worked with a number of telecoms in the past, in Berlin and London. And he's now mainly dealing with the media partners and with the media development for advertisers and publishers. Yeah. The rest of the team, again, you can check online. I will not tell about everyone. Yes, so we have quite a good combination of people from the advertisement industry, like myself or Andrew, and investments like Alex or Kuz, our Japanese team member, and technical guys like Dan or our developers. So we have three parts. So we have very various type of experiences, and the experience that we don't have in the team, we have taken from our advisors. So you have seen that we have a person from the largest programmatic network as our advisor. Plus, we have that's coming from the advertisement industry. We have Ismail Malik from blockchain. Really add the blockchain experience. He's the chief editor of ICO Projects magazine, and we have a number of other renowned guys who add on the experience there. Plus, we will announce a number of other people for the advisory board. Actually, I believe that a number of announcements will be in the coming 2 weeks because we are just finalizing the papers with them.
Okay.
Yes. Same about partnerships, by the way.
I see. Okay, if right now I just take a quick look on your site and take a quick look on your rollout show, that's pretty intense. And my question is, like, I ask you abstractive question. Let's turn on our imagination and imagine like 6 years from now, yeah? You open your eyes, maybe in Seattle, Singapore, wherever you were, or maybe in Switzerland, and you just open your eyes and what's your morning is about 6 years from now?
What is morning? Sorry.
Yeah, your morning. Like you open your eyes and this is okay. Your morning. Yes, this is new world morning. Did we change the world or nothing happened and we just keep working on it?
Yeah, so I will tell the morning of a normal person, not just my morning.
Okay.
Your morning, or whatever. So
yeah.
If we still have mobiles, I don't know if we will have mobiles at that moment of time, but let's imagine we still have mobile phones.
Okay.
So we have a mobile. We take a mobile in the morning. We will not use laptops or other stuff. It will be like here, I don't know, like this, whatever. And during the day, not during the morning, during the day, you see just one ad. And that would be exactly the thing that you wanted to buy on this particular day. So you were dreaming about something today, and it just reads your mind. It understands, okay, today you need, I don't know, whatever. And you look on that ad, you click on it, and you immediately buy. Why? Because that's exactly what you dreamed of. Yeah? And then you don't need to see any other ads during the day. And the advertiser who paid for that ad will immediately get the funding for it, yes? Because you executed the trade the same moment. Same about publisher who plays that ad. He will immediately get the money. Yeah, so it's efficient for everyone. Yeah, that's maybe very small practical things. I'm not talking about drones, about self-driving cars, etc. But imagine how much their advertisement world will change as well. If you don't need all that strange stuff on the walls everywhere, on the streets everywhere, that you don't really need.
Clean cities. It's clean cities. It's you have brain space actually, because nobody can bother you and interrupt you. You just can focus it on things that you want, and it's no like pair of shoes in your pages or something like that. That sounds pretty pretty amazing. Yeah, I like it. Okay, just in the end, let's summary our conversation. And in 2 sentences, could you just summarize why I, or maybe my friend, my family, should contribute in UBEX?
So it's up to you to contribute and how much to contribute. This is one of the most perspective projects right now on the market. It's already proved by the fact that we have closed the soft cap in less than 1 day, and by the number of very high ratings that are there. If you look on ICO rating itself, the website, you will see that we are top 1 position all this week, means that we are the most promising project out of all that they're listing right now. Same about other listing sites. Yeah, you saw it, yeah?
Yes, that's how we find you. That's how we find you.
So there are very few good projects right now on the market, very few. There are lots of various projects, but very few strong projects. And when you want to contribute to one of them, you really need to select the winners. And you already see that we are one of these winners. It's a question mark if we will be in the top 5% of the winners or in the top 1%. I don't know. We will make everything possible to be in the top 1%. But even if we are in the top 5%, that's a good idea to contribute. You're already winning from dealing with us. Yeah.
That's absolutely true, Artem. Thank you very much for this beautiful and really informative conversation. Today, we're talking about artificial intelligence in advertising. So we're going to change the world, by the way, here. So thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, just ask us directly, and you can ask Artem directly, and all questions will be discovered together. So thank you very much, Artem. My big pleasure today with PRE-ICO store. We will learn one more interesting idea. Thank you very much for it.
Thank you.